Hello everybody. This is a unboxing video of the Risk Game of Strategic Conquest Rick and Morty edition. It was on clearance at GameStop for $49.97, but GameStop's clearance right now, as of this posting, is at 50% off. And so I got it for $25. Now, also, I got, which I've already done, y'all hopefully have already seen, or can go look up my Risk Call of Duty Black Ops Zombies game, which I also got at GameStop. It was 50% off, so I got $30 game for $15. And I did a review, probably 2 reviews ago, 2 reviews before this current Risk game. I did the Monopoly Call of Duty Black Ops, which I got at GameStop clearance, $10. Can't beat a Monopoly game for $10. So I thought I'd just quick show y'all those before showing you the doing the unboxing review of this. I've already done an unboxing review of this. Keeping this one sealed up. I'm keeping this one sealed up. I may buy another one later so I can have double the pieces. Anyway, we got Rick and Morty. Contains over 240 pieces. Look at the different forces we got. 5 different forces. Risk, the game of strategic conquest, Rick and Morty edition, infinite possibilities across infinite universes edition. Interdimensional war is broken out in the multiverse. Play as one of the power-hungry factions out for dominance and control. The Gazer Pans, the post-apocalyptic people, the mythologues, the robotic exoskeleton dogs, or the United States government wage fierce battles to take over territories and control key regions along the central finite curve. Attempting total conquest. In the midst of the chaos, Rick and Morty use portal guns to open connections between locations while Earth-6 C-137 Rick pilots his ship across the galaxies, bringing the microverse, miniverse, and tiniverse that exists within the battery along with it. Components have the main game board, Rick ship battery game board, 5 leader tokens, 5 stands for the leaders, 1 Rick ship token, 4 portal order tokens, 10 neutral unit tokens, 5 dice, 225 faction unit cards, 5 faction leader cards, 42 territory cards, 20 objective cards, 16 reward cards, and our instruction manual. Yeah, Rick and Morty Risk. Check it out. Rick and Morty is, check it out now. Rick and Morty Risk, y'all. Check it out now. Rick and Morty Risk, y'all. Now, I like Risk games, and my friend Nemesis the Circle, which I will leave a link to his channel in the description. I like Risk games. My friend Nemesis the Circle, this is a special video for you. Shout it out, shout it out. Shout out to Nemesis the Circle. Shout out to Nemesis the Circle. Shout out. I will probably send him this video as soon as it loads, because he loves the Rick and Morty series. Me, I love the board games and I love Risk. So anything with the name Risk on it, I'm going to get it for you. I'm going to get it. I'm going to get it. But boy, this artwork is just like amazing and great. Amazing and great. We got the rules. Risk, the game of strategic conquest, Rick and Morty, infinite possibilities across infinite universes edition. Instructions, specs, diagrams, and battle guide. Interdimensionary war is broken down between the power hungry factions seeking to control the multiverse, guarded by powerful leaders. The Gazopins, post-apocalyptic people, mythologs, robotic dogs, and the United States government wage fierce battles to take over the territories and control the key regions along the central finite curve. In the midst of chaos, Rick and Morty use the portal guns to get on tracks between locations where all Earth Seat 137 Rick pilots his ship across the galaxy, bringing the microverse, miniverse, and teeniverse. So, here's what the board's going to look like. We got Rick's battery game board. We got the Rick ship token. We got portal tokens. We got the units. The robotic exoskeleton dogs are these. They got that in a tank. Then we got the Gazopanes, which that's what the Gazopanes look like. Then we got the Mythologs, which that's what the Mythologs look like. Then we got U.S. government, which that's what we got soldiers and tanks. Then we got the post-apocalyptic people, humanoid type of people, which they got that, and they got like little Mad Max type cars. Then we got the leaders, of course. Snowball for the robots. Masha for the Gazopanes. Xenobeth for the Mythologs. President Barack Obama. Why not Trump? President Barack Obama. I don't know why not Trump. Hashtag manga. And the Mohawk Warrior. Then you got the neutral units, which we have microverse units, miniverse units, and teeniverse units. Then we got the dice. We got the faction leader cards. Each faction has their own cards. Territory cards. Each territory has their own card. And they're either worth 100 or 200 schmeckles. Objective cards. Those are basically mission cards. Reward cards for collecting objectives. We got the battle modes. There's 3 different types. There's the basic game, win 3 objectives. And this is how to set it up. Set it up for the basic game. Then you've, of course, got engaging in battle. How to get... Some things in here might be different, but risk is risk, right? So most of it's probably the same. There's only a few different things that I would think. Like the here's an interesting thing. A different thing about the portals. The end of a turn, a player may move any one portal token to a new portal token. The portals let you go from one location to another location. So here's the Rick ship battery. Here's Rick ship battery. Got the microverse, miniverse, and teeniverse. Then we got the we got Rick ship token here. We have 4 portals that move all throughout the game. We have the different leaders, which go into stands. We have the teeniverse people, the miniverse people, and the microverse people. So to take this base out, you have to conquer, you have to defeat these little people. Of course, we got the territory cards. We got the faction leader cards. We got the dice. We got each faction here. See, this is the United States government. We got a soldier and a tank. And their leader is President Barack Obama, even though it should be President Donald Trump. I guess this game came out before Trump won presidency or something, maybe? I don't know. Here's the dogs forces, the robot dogs. They got giant mech suits and they got tanks too. So their leader is Snowball. Then we got these red forces, which are the... I'm actually going to have to look at the rules to be able to tell you which forces are which. Let's see. They're the Gazopanes. The Gazopanes. You got the Gazopanes. They have this big head. And then they have this giant soldier guy. So they got this giant head and the soldier guys. Which, of course, you got the single-player armies and the 5-player armies. And then we got stands for the leaders and Rick Ship. That's cool. Which their leader, the Metalogs leader is Xenobeth. Xenobeth. See right there, Xenobeth. Then we got the purple ones, which are the Mythologs. Those are the okay. The Mythologs leader is Xenobeth, and the Gazopanes leaders is Masha. Okay. I'll get this straight in a minute. Anyway, they're basically look like slug creatures. Sorta. Okay. And then we have the post-apocalyptic human race from like the future where they have like this little Mad Max car that's like a it's like a Mad Max car type deal that has like a tractor too kind of deal. And then you have their one army soldier leaders. So that's, and their leader is the warrior guy. So that's the factions. So that's pretty cool. I will probably put each of these in individual bags with their leaders or whatnot. Let's look at the territory cards first. And then we'll look at the faction cards and stuff. Okay. Each territory has its own card. And, of course, each territory is worth 100 or 200 Schmeagles. So we got... Now, while we're looking at the different cards, how about we look at the board and we actually try to put the different territories together? That sounds like a plan. Let's look at the board before looking at the territory cards. We have... Of course, got to have the name Risk on it. We got the reinforcement situation here. So, the more Smeagles you got, the more money you get. The more troops you get to reinforce. We got Rick and Morty written here. Then we got Unity's Planet, which is made up of the World Capital, Summer Morty Mountain, Stadium, Town Square, and Central Park. We got these little teleportation connections. We got the Purge Planet, which has got Mansion, Nina's House, General Store, and Lighthouse. I'm not sure what these represent, but... Oh! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think that's where Rick's ship lands every turn. I'm not sure. It's worth 2 points. That one's worth 3 points. We got the Fringe region, which is worth plus 3 points. It's got Bird World, Masha's Council, Desert Shopping Center, Rick's Camp, and Immortality Field Resort. Gazazorp. So, some of these places actually have names of characters on them. Like that one says Guy's Sword. The Crazy Outskirts, it's worth 7. It's worth 4. It has 7 territories. It's got Gear World, Vendor Alley, Gear City, Clock Tower, Plant Squatch, Village, Wasteland, and Blood Dome, which it says Post-Apocalyptic World, and it says Gear World. Then we have the Citadel of Ricks, which we got the Landing Pads, Simple Ricks, Teleportation Room, Wishing Portal, Mega Fruit Farm, Morty Town Ghetto, and Tribunal Chamber, and it's worth 4 points. And then we got Earth C-137 area, and it's worth 6. We got the Smith Residence, Needful Things, Area 51, Harry Hepson High School, Jerry's Apartment, St. Gloopy Noops, Nupula 4, Pluto, Pawn Shop, and Jerry Boar. It's worth 6. And in this game, like, literally no place is safe because the portals are switching like every turn. And the portals, you can go from one portal to any other portal to attack and defend. That's how that works. So let's look to see if we can find the different ones. All the territory cards have the same front or back or whatever you want to call that. We got the Blood Dome. Blood Dome. What I'm going to do is, once I find the territory, I'm going to put the card on that territory. Wasteland. So I can, you and me can both get the Village. We can both get to know the Planet Squitch. The Gear Spot. So we can get to know where everything is. Vendor Alley. Gear City Clock Tower. So that's where those are. Then we got Smith Residence, Needful Things, Harry Hipson High School, Jerry's Apartment, Area 51, Pawn Shop, Jerry Boar, St. Gloopy Noops, Nupula 4, or Nebula 4, and Pluto. So that's where Earth C-137 areas is. Then we have Unity's planet. We got Stadium. Got the Town Square. We got the World Capital. We got Summer Morty Mountain. And we got Central Park. So that's Unity Planets area. And that was Crazy Outskirts area. Now we got Purge Planets area, which is, we got Lighthouse, Nana's House, Mansion, and the General Store. Then we got the Citadel of Ricks area, which we got the Morty Town Ghetto, the Teleportation Room, the Wishing Portal, the Tribunal Chamber, Simple Ricks, Mega Fruit Farm, and the landing pad. So that's the Citadel of Ricks, where everything is. Then we got, for the fringe region, we got the desert. We got Rick's Camp. We got Mayshaw's Council. We got Shopping Center. We got the Bird World. And we got the Immortality Field Resort. Now, for Rick's Ship Battery, we also happen to have the microverse, the miniverse, and the teenyverse. So we got a lot of territories here. How many territories do we have? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42. We have 42 territories. Now, of course, we have Rick and Morty rewards and Rick and Morty objectives. Rick are the harder ones and Morty are the easier ones. Plus, we have the faction leader cards. See, we have Snowball. He's robotic exoskeleton dogs. Snowball's special ability is add +1 to the highest attack and defense die. Then we have President Barack Obama, even though it should be Donald Trump. His special ability is add +1 to all defense die for the United States government. Then we have the Gazopanes have Masha. Her special ability is reroll all ones. Then we have the post-apocalyptic people, and their leader is Hammerhedge. Add +1 to all attack die. Then we have the Mythologs, which their leader is Xenobeth. Her special ability is the final unit in this leader's territories must be defeated twice before it and the leader are removed. Okay. Rick's objectives. One is control 2 regions at the start of your turn. After you complete one of these objectives, you get to grab one of the reward cards. They're totally random, I believe. Now, you probably have 3 objectives of each kind, 2 or 3 objectives of each kind on the board at the same time. It's usually how it works. And once you complete one, you grab the card and you then grab a reward for it. I mean, they could have saved time by putting both the reward on. I mean, they could have saved a little bit of money by putting the reward on the card, and that's, just saying. Anyway, here's another objective, a Rick objective. Conquer at least 1 territory and 4 regions in a single turn. Here's one, destroy 12 enemy units in a single turn. Here's one, conquer 6 territories in a single turn. Here's one, conquer a region occupied by more than one opponent when your turn began. So you can play this to try to get, I think, up to 3 objectives, or you can play this to, just the objectives get you rewards that you use to try to take over the whole entire verse, I guess, multiverse area. Here's one, defeat 2 leaders in a single turn. Here's one, gain at least 15 units at the start of your turn. Here's one, control at least 3 territories in 4 different regions. Here's one that says control Earth C-137 area at the start of your turn. And then we got Morty objectives. Here's one, conquer 3 territories from a single opponent in a single turn. Here's one, conquer 4 territories in a single turn. Here's one, gain at least 8 units at the start of your turn. Here's one, destroy 7 enemy units in a single turn. Here's one, possess territory cards worth 500 or more schmeckles. Okay, so, I'm not sure how you, I believe you get a territory card every turn that you conquer a territory. So that's how that works. And just like Classic Risk, if you own that territory when trading in for troops, I believe you get 2 bonus armies for that territory. Not sure if they do that in the special edition Risk games or not. I don't think they do it in this version because you're trading them in to get troops, but and that's how it worked in the original one. Here's one. Have a total region bonus of 3 or more at the start of your turn. Here's one that says control at least 2 territories in 3 different regions. Here's one that says control the fringe region at the start of your turn. Here's one that says break up 2 opponent region bonuses in a single turn. Here's one that says control the crazy outskirts region at the start of your turn. The rewards for doing a Rick objective are, here's one. At the start of your turn, move your leader to any territory you control regardless of connections, so that your leader gets teleportation ability on that one. This one, once per turn, relocate any portal. So you're already allowed to relocate a portal at the end of your turn, but in this particular case, you can now move a portal at the beginning of your turn or in the middle of your turn or whenever you want to use it. So that can be very strategic for attack. Okay. Here's one. Gain 3 extra units and then discard this card. So that can help. This one's a good one. This is a guaranteed territory card. So even if you don't do anything your turn except, reinforce or get units, you'd still get a territory card, which is great. Here's one. At the start of your turn, move your leader to any territory you control regardless of connections. It's just like that other one. This one says once per turn, relocate any portal. That's just like that other one too. This one's gain 3 extra units and then discard this card, just like that other one. This is another guaranteed territory card. So that one's. So most of those are. So it looks like we have 2 of each of the same ones. Here's some Morty rewards for when you complete a Morty objective. This one allows you to reroll 1 per attack roll. So rerolling ones, that's pretty good. This one lets you gain 1 extra unit at the start of your turn. That's pretty good, an extra unit. Here's complete 1 maneuver at the start of your turn. Usually you maneuver at the end of your turn. It's when you. This one allows you to maneuver an additional extra maneuver at the beginning of your turn too. Complete 1 additional maneuver at the end of your turn. So this one will let you do 2 maneuvers instead of 1 maneuver. A maneuver is fortification. You can take soldiers from one location of yours and move them to any other location that they can reach through a connection of all territories you own. By the way, that's what a maneuver is. Original Risk game allowed you to do as many maneuvers as you wanted. These special edition games only allow you to do 1. So in this case, 1 allowed you to do 1 at the beginning, and this one allows you to do 2. So you get to move 2 different maneuvers. Here's one again with the reroll 1 per attack roll. That's pretty good. Here's another one of the gain 1 extra unit at the start of your turn. That's pretty good. This is the complete 1 maneuver at the start of your turn. I've already explained that one. And this is completed an additional maneuver at the end of your turn. And I missed one of the Rick objectives, which is possess territory cards worth 800 or more Smeagol's. So that's pretty much the game. That seems to be everything. Let me look over the rules and see if I can explain some of the special stuff like this ship battery and the ship. Let's see here. What's it say? Rick Ship Battery Game Board. The Rick Ship Battery Game Board region is divided into 3 territories contained within the battery, the microverse, miniverse, and universe. Player must control all 3 territories to have control of the battery region. The battery region is The location of the battery region is represented by Rick's ship token, which is placed on the main game board on one of the 6 territories where it may be landed. The numbered battery-shaped spaces. The microverse is considered to be adjacent to the location where Rick's ship is. So you have to invade it through the microverse first. And then the microverse has to invade the miniverse. You have to be able to invade the microverse. You can only attack the miniverse from the microverse or the teenyverse. And you can only attack the teenyverse from the miniverse. And the microverse can only attack the miniverse. And whatever... See, if it's on Mansion, it can attack the microverse. If it's on Simple Rick's, microverse. Immortality Field Reserves, microverse. Vendor Alley, microverse. Smith Residence, microverse. And World Capital, microverse. You can invade the microverse from wherever, if the ship happens to be in there. Then we got the portal tokens. There are 4 portal tokens. These represent the presence of a Rick and Morty. The portal tokens create connection points across the multiverse. All territories containing a portal token are considered adjacent to one another. That's what I thought how that worked. And the units that you have these neutral units that are on the micro, mini, and teenyverse areas. That you put them there so that they that's pretty much how that works. Moving Rick's ship. Let's see how as it moves Rick's ship. If a single player does not control all 3 of the territories in Rick's ship battery region, then the ship token will move randomly at the start of the first player's turn. To move the ship, roll a die and move the ship token to the numbered battery shaped space in the main game board according to the die result. If a player controls all 3 territories in Rick's ship's battery, then Rick's ship only moves at the start of that player's turn. As the controlling player of the battery region, that player can choose to move the ship to any of the 6 numbered battery-shaped spaces in the universe. Okay, so that's how the ship works. Kind of works like Outer Heaven and it works like Outer Haven and the Shield Helicarrier in the Marvel Cinematic Edition Risk and Outer Haven and Metal Gear Solid Risk, and I think there's another game that has some kind of ship like that. I'm not sure. That's a Risk game. So that's pretty much been Rick and Morty Edition Risk.